Okay, so Aelan's the one who goes outside.
So
Does
far,
anyone else
unless
go
anybody
outside?
wants.
Dell is currently preoccupied.
Okay. The GM is currently preoccupied with like 5,000 things everyone's wanting to do. Okay, so Aelan, I'll get back to everybody else. So Aelan, a group of people approaches you. There's like most of them appear military-esque, um, and they're like regular soldiers, but one of them seems to be a higher ranking person. And then there's also someone whose clothes look more like they're some sort of like dignitary or official or something. And he walks up to you and says, "Greetings. My name is Tanner Ully."
And Elon will give a formal salute and say, "Greetings, Tanner Oli. I am Elon Koeth."
Yes, I've been sent here to get your official statements on the events that have just happened. The Teresian government is currently trying to figure out what exactly happened and put together the pieces of this mess. And from what we've been able to discern so far, most of these incidences were the result of bounty hunters, and I believe that this is their ship. Is that correct?
That is correct, sir. Matter of fact, we have said bounty hunters on board. Currently, I believe sedated, but I'm not 100% sure. They were unconscious last time I saw them, though.
Well, that's excellent. I'm very glad you managed to use the bounty hunter's own ship against them and escape with it. I'm glad you all arrived safely in one piece.
Oh, so am I. Would you like to meet them?
Yes, if you could bring them down out here, we will take them away for questioning. And also, we'll be compounding the ship to look at it. This is now evidence in our investigation as well. Don't worry, though, you'll all be provided for. We can provide you with hotel rooms aboard the space station. But we'll need you to vacate the ship and hand over the bounty hunters. And also, you mentioned that there were injured soldiers. We could have those as well.
Yes, we do have a few injured soldiers. They do need taken care of. Probably mid-bay as soon as possible if you can get them. But I will
Do you
let
need
my
some mind trick help here?
but I will let my crew know about the bounty hunters, and we'll get them out here ASAP.
Ah, excellent. As you know, or as you may know, the most accurate accounts usually come from right after the thing. So if you could get all the crew out here once you've gotten off the ship, I'll escort you to your new quarters, and there I'll take your official statements, and then we can wait until the morning to figure the rest of this out.
Oh, we can certainly do that. I know that from what I could tell, I know my crew is partial to the ship. This is a pretty nice ship, as you can tell. But
Oh yes, indeed
we'll
it
see.
is.
We'll see if we can't cooperate as much as we can. But I will let you know there might be some grumblings about leaving this thing. It's pretty spiffy, and we'd like to keep it.
He just like stares at you.
Well,
What
we
do you
were
mean
the
keep it? This is
we,
just your vessel you used to escape. Why would you keep it?
because we were the ones who apprehended the bounty hunters who caused all this. So
Just tell them it's our ship. We captured it from enemies of the Republic. It's ours. Simple as that. Basic deep space salvage rules or something.
Anyone else hear that ding in the back of the mic?
Yep.
yes, I'm dying.
What happened?
The old the
Oh,
Old
did you hear
Spice.
I got a text message.
It was the Old Spice chime. I guess it's on your phone. That's an awesome tone, by the way. And the first thing I think of is Mustafa, I believe his name is, on a horse now with a handful of diamonds, and he's like, "Awesome, we have the ship."
Look again. It's a handful of diamonds. Look down.
I mean-
Now look up. It's 2 tickets to that thing that you like. I'm on a horse.
And now
Yep. Now it's a fancy ship. It's yours now. Here you go. I'll let the gentleman know. Well, since we apprehended the bounty hunters, we figured this would be a perfect reward, since they caused such a harm to the Republic and sabotaging their mission and whatnot. We figured this would probably be sufficient reward.
I'm pretty sure it's not standard protocol for people being rewarded to choose their own rewards, but we can talk about that later. I'm not the one to decide where the ship goes. All I know is that we need it for at least the next 24 hours for our investigation.
All right. Again, I'll let my crew know.
Okay, we'll be out here waiting unless you'd like some help escorting the prisoners and the injured soldiers off the ship.
Oh, we should be fine with that, and Aelin will bow to them, and I'll be right back and
Okay.
whatnot.
You notice that he like stares pointedly at his chrono as you walk away.
Great. Okay, and I'll go back inside the ship and say, overcomes. We might have a problem. It looks like somebody wishes to take away our party favor. By the way, they do wish to have the bounty hunters taken out to them and whatnot. If I can get some help, if you're done conversing with them as what you, for whatever reason you need, Del, let me know. I'll be there in a second.
GM? Sorry, I can't respond to that until I know what's going on.
Well, it's kind of a rhetorical statement, anyways. He's just saying, if you're done, fine. If not, I'll be there in a minute, anyways.
So, why does it seem like your one sentence is the multiple questions that are completely unrelated to each other?
They're kind of related, but not that. I don't need response to that. I need response
Okay.
to my mind probe.
Okay, so you were looking to try to see who hired them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you, they have memories of being, at an exchange post on Ventuine when they picked up the bounty for you guys. From a client called Mr. R.
Ventuine, so like I know what location it was from and everything. But so like it's an anonymous, so they don't know who hired them. Like specifically, it's just like a pseudonym.
Alias.
Uh-huh.
You said what's his face had a data pad?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll grab that. Totally gonna take that up to Picaz. But as far as I'm concerned, they didn't really know what was going on then, if they were hired by proxy.
So did Dirk and me make any progress during all of this?
Do you want to help Dirk try to do it too?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, so you change the codes from the gauntlet to your datapad.
Well, can it be on both?
On both what?
The datapad and the comlink?
Oh. That's what you want to do? Yeah, you can do
Yeah,
that then.
that's what I was trying to do.
Okay.
Yeah, it seemed like it would be pretty simple to just add another authorized device via the only authorized device that I have access to.
Mm-hmm.
But, so like, and I imagine like sometime towards when we finish that, we hear them talking. Oh, we hear Elon.
Yeah.
So I'll look to Dirk and I'll say, don't tell any Republic officials that we have another set of controls to this thing. Yeah, I wink at him.
He winks back.
And then I will go out. And then I will motion to him and start moving out towards the ramp.
And you will run into Del. Hey, Picaz, can you copy the contents of this datapad before we have to turn it over? It's from the Cathar.
I look at Dirk and then say, we can try.
Sure. I'll take a look at it.
I will help Dirk.
Also, I'm not sure how they're going to respond to us having reprogrammed droids. They might want to take a look at them too.
We won't tell them that they were once the bounty hunters droids. We just don't mention them at all.
Well, we're going to have to get Iota 7 to come back because he's gone somewhere on the ship that I don't know where he is.
I yell really loudly, or actually no, I take the comm device and say over ship comms, Iota 7, decloak yourself and go find DH5 and stick with him.
And do a tiny, tiny dance.
And do that as well.
Okay, Dirk says, well, this might take a minute, but we should be able to copy the files.
Yeah, I think we have enough time to do that. I think that might be useful. I looked into their minds because, and they were hired on Ventween by some sort of pseudonym character. If we can go back to Ventween, we might be able to trace the source of the posting.
That sounds risky and unnecessary.
Yeah, I know, but that's the only way we're going to find out. They don't know who actually was behind it, so they're not very
Well, we
useful
can
to
talk
us
about
anymore.
this later.
Yeah, so we don't need the bounty hunters anymore. They're not useful. So they didn't really know what was going on.
Okay, I'm helping Dirk.
Can I please take a finger?
Is that over comms?
I don't like those bounty hunters. I want to hurt them.
I'm going to stay next to Kalani. I'm going to wait here until their medical team arrives. I'll take her as far as they'll let me, but I'm not leaving her side.
Well, I think they
Is
wanted
it-
us to carry them out.
Is there a Republic presence on this planet, or are they just a bunch of racists that don't like big white cat people?
No, they're part of the Republic.
Yeah.
They wish you what now?
Actually, does anyone want to make a galactic lore check or a bureaucracy check
Yeah,
on
I will.
terrorists?
Do we not know that?
Well,
It depends on
technically,
what your
no,
role
until we
is.
roll.
I feel like Dell would know something about terrorists. This rule seems disingenuous.
I'm trained in
What does
tactics and
Del know?
social and social sciences. Does that help me?
Weren't they
anything?
based off of terrorists? The group you're from, Del?
No. Mine was no, not on terrorists.
Okay.
I'd
Del,
like
you
to
know
assist
that
on the knowledge of
Terrace
that.
is a
Not
highly
mine.
populated world that was once considered the capital of the Outer Rim by travelers. Aeland, you know that Terrace is the home of Losan Industries, one of the foremost manufacturers of speeders and swoops. And the senator from Terrace has close ties to Losan Industries. Yep, that's apparently about most of what you know about Terrace.
Swell.
Yeah, I just did the bureaucracy. If you wanted me to roll more than that, or allowed more than that, I could roll more than that, but I figured just the one was enough.
Well, you can roll
don't
galactic
have
lore too,
anything.
because they have separate information. Well, there's not
They
really
don't
a
have-
social science role.
I was just trying to roll
Galactic.
perception. I wanted to look out the window and see if they look racist.
It's terrorists.
Okay.
Yeah, they
so,
are.
Yeah, so Aeland, you are familiar with Terrace. You know that it's an ecumenopolis, which means that it's a city planet where the city covers the entire planet.
What'd you call me?
And that there was an economic boon due to Losan Industries, although during the Mandalorian Wars, Losan withdrew its support from Terrace, and the planet's prosperity decayed. And like many other city planets, it's divided into multiple city layers, as well as districts. So the upper city has a more luxurious lifestyle, and those in the lower city and under city live without the comfort, and that's where most of the humans' population is actually 70% non-humans live on the lower levels, and then 30% humans live on the upper levels. And unlike most other ecumenopolises, Terrace actually has an ocean that covers a large part of the planet's surface as well. And that Terrace is one of the fastest growing ecumenopolises.
So basically, I know what KOTOR lets you know.
Yep.
I think Aelin's been to Terrace 4.
I'm looking at it on the. I'm looking for it. Oh, there it is. I just found it on the map. Wow, I don't think Picaz has ever been on this far into the rim. So he's not
Okay.
for very long.
All right, so we're moving everybody, right? That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Alright, I pick up money.
Okay, who wants to guard the bounty hunters?
DH5, I could use your help over here.
Affirmative.
Why should I have to pick it up when I have a -1 to strength? I can have the droid do it.
Same.
Could you carry this to out there to the gentlemen who are very stuffy and looking at their own chronos? Oh, by the way, guys, they're looking at their chronos, so they're kind of wanting us to hurry up. So,
Okay, DH5 Alpha says, I gather the impression that you wish to reclaim this ship afterwards.
is the impression, yeah.
Perhaps you might want to utilize some of the smuggling compartments to hide some of the contraband items.
We've currently just commandeered the ship. Anything that's found in here belongs to them.
Out of character, all the heavy weaponry you have is contraband.
I don't have heavy weaponry. I gave it all away.
You gave away the explosive charges?
Yeah, they were yours. You wanted them.
Oh, okay. How many do I have?
Yeah, that you have to settle with Kyrath about. The bandolier of explosives is on John's shoulders, and everything else
Well,
I have
they're not
is...
gonna. I mean, are they gonna strip search us? They said they wanted the ship. They didn't say anything about what we're carrying.
I don't know where I got these
DH9
grenades.
about what contraband?
Exactly.
These are my
Yeah.
grenades. I brought them from home.
That and what I have, or what I brought from the cruiser, is Republic issue, so it should be okay. And since we were on board as passengers and aides in consultants, I should say, for their security, we should be allowed to carry them. So
Then you should also probably ask what contraband, because there might be some on the ship from the bounty hunters.
yep, that's how Aelon's going with any contraband they find is their fault.
No,
We know
I mean
nothing.
ask DH5 what it
Oh.
is so he can hide it and we can keep it if we want it.
Well, then, what kind of contraband is on the ship?
The bounty hunters had several illegal and contraband weapons, such as heavy blaster cannons, and the poison that Tsar uses on his vibroblades, as well as the canisters of nerve agent, as well as several prototype neural inhibitors and other such bounty hunter equipment. Some of the armaments of the ship may also not be legal by Republic standards.
Well,
I
can't do
call
nothing.
dibs on the poison.
Can't do nothing about the armaments that are already on the ship because they've already seen them and whatnot and scanned them. By the way, if anybody wants any of the so-called contraband, I believe there's some vial of poisons, some of the gas, which I would rather that be turned over to the Republic, and a few other things, a heavy cannon and whatnot. And
Tell
neural
Io to go hide all the
inhibitors.
stuff.
Okay, suddenly you hear, "Excuse me, Mr. Aelant, can you please hurry up in there?" You hear it calling from up the docking ramp.
Well, of course, sir. Of course, you know we're
We
carrying
got
a...
dying soldiers up there. Let's get them to medical treatment.
Yes, we're hurrying. And we also have a Trandoshan to carry. Give us a second.
I want the poison, his blades. I want that.
Alright, you better go get it then and have fun with it.
I dig in my medical pack and get out the collapsible stretcher that's in there, and I look around for volunteers to help me stretcher these dudes out of here.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna help you
I
carry
tell
people.
Io,
Okay.
I tell Io the robot to go and hide stuff.
If I fireman carries Kalani, I should be able to hold on to the other end of a stretcher, right?
Sure.
But weren't you grabbing poison? Like, I'm gonna help John with the stretcher.
Yeah.
Okay, Iota 7 tells you because it's binary that it doesn't know where any of the bounty hunter stuff is.
Well, go find it.
I almost just hear the whip crack right now.
Or ask
Go find it.
DH5.
Oh, DH5 also says, and if any more of those infiltrator droids are around, those might also be illegal. Also, what are we going to do about us?
Don't worry
You
about
belong
you.
to us.
Yeah, your
anyone
current ownership
asks-
is under ours. Yeah,
Correct.
what she said.
Always.
Do we want
If
any of
anyone
the other
asks, you are our
infiltrator
assistant.
droids?
Yes.
Actually,
can you
okay.
hide those? Can you
Yes,
hide those other droids in the compartments?
Yes, yes. Hide them all and hide yourselves too. Do you think you're illegal?
Yes.
Okay, hide yourself too. Hide everything you
That
can as quickly
contradicts
as possible.
previous commands. You just told me to stay with you and say that I'm your property.
Well, wait, what?
Oh,
When did
do
I
it.
say
Let's-
that I'm your property?
We're getting too. We're thinking too hard about this. Look, none of the stuff that we have found so far technically belongs to us. What does it matter? They want the ship. They want these men. The droids can come with us. Any gear we can put on ourselves can come with us. After the fact, we'll have to negotiate for the rest. But I don't think we're spending too much time thinking about this, especially with these men and their lives hanging in the balance. And I don't know what's going
Okay.
on with Kalani either.
You guys get out there. I'll come out last with the droids. Droids, are you obviously illegal, like visually?
No.
Okay, then you can come with us. Just don't do anything that
Okay.
might be.
DH5 Alpha drops both the bounty hunters on you, Ayland, and goes off to hide stuff.
That's what I was hoping would not happen, but that's probably about what I figured. And in that case, I'm going to grab their feet, or at least one of their feet, one bounty hunter's set of feet, and carry him out that way. Just let his head drag on the floor. I don't care.
Okay. Right as you get down to the bottom of the ramp, you see like the Republic guy like looking up, like he's about to start walking up the bridge.
Oh, hi there. I told you it'd taken a minute. We've got the 4 Republic soldiers coming out. I believe we're getting stretchers for them. Here are the 2 idiots. I didn't really care about their safety, so I just grabbed their feet and brought them out here as best I could. Hopefully they don't have anything more than a concussion, maybe. If not, it's okay. They're tough enough anyways.
And all their gears on board the ship.
That's it is. Or else there'd be one pair of weird bounty hunters running around hunting bounties in their skivvies.
Okay, some of the Republic troops with him take the bounty hunters.
So if we move some. No, yet.
Yeah, you guys start carrying out the soldiers on the stretcher.
Actually, I'm thinking about it. I must be able to carry 2 people.
Well, I might also add, sir, that we do have a Jedi who is currently unconscious. There was a nerve agent over on the Intrepidation. It affected some of us, and she hasn't been able to wake up from it. So we'd like to get her into med bay quickly, along with the other Republic soldiers. Again, they're coming. They should be coming down here any minute. Like I said, we're getting stretchers for them, so we can move them without immediate injury.
Okay, I'll send some of my men in there with stretchers to help, unless you have enough stretchers for everyone, and we can take the Jedi as well. He motions to some of the soldiers to go in there. They're carrying stretchers.
And I will sneakily say over comms, they're coming in to help.
How's the database copying going?
The copying's done.
Excellent.
Okay, so the Republic soldiers just walk into the cargo bay and then they walk to the medical bay and help you carry all the troopers out. They look at you, Lexa, and say, Wow, you got quite some muscles there.
It's the ears. It adds the strength.
They laugh.
Yep, +5 to strength. Yep.
Okay, so everyone is off the ship now.
Where are the droids?
That'd be the last one is Paquez and the droids.
Yeah, so Pakaz and the droids come down out of the ship. Okay, then Tanner says, "Thank you for your cooperation. Would you like to go with your Jedi friend to the med bay, or shall we just take her there and I'll escort you to your quarters for the debriefing, and I can collect your statements?"
One of us should go with her and see what the doctors say. The rest of us
You
could
stay with
probably go
Alexa?
get quarters.
Yes, I can stay with her.
Alright, take care of her as you can. I'll take care of your debriefing, or take care of what you want of the debriefing for me.
Give us a call if there's any change.
Of course.
Okay, so yeah, the group of people splits 3 different directions. Some of the soldiers go off carrying the bounty hunters, and then other people lead you, Lexa, with Kalani and the soldiers. They head down several levels to a medical bay, and then the Republic dignitary guy leads the rest of you guys up some levels to part of the space station that's used for housing and stuff, and he gives you passes that let you stay in the hotel room. They got you 2 rooms. They got one for like girls and one for guys, and there's like a common area. So he like sits down grandly in a chair, and there's like some drinks there, and he like says, "Okay, so who wants to go first?" So, yep, so the guy's sitting down on the couch, wanting someone to tell him what's going on.
What guy on the couch?
What?
You said something about a guy on the couch wanting to know what's
Yeah,
going on.
Tanner Uli
Oh, okay.
guy is trying to take your official statements. So, should we start with you, Aelond?
I suppose so, since I'm the one who spoke up. Of course, that will be fine.
Okay, so in your own words, could you tell me what happened
How
since
far
the time
back?
you boarded the ship?
Oh, since the time we boarded the ship. Alright. From what I can understand, from my particular group's point of view, we were there to stop certain Sith activities, and we accomplished that task, but due to circumstances we had to be rescued aboard the ship, so aboard the Intrepidation, which was, I'm still grateful for them to do that. And they came and got us, and from there, not much happened on the ship. We had a few security lockdowns and whatnot, but nothing too bad. Mostly due to some worry of a Jedi name of Jaina. I can't remember her last name at the moment, but a lot of it had to do with some of the visions that one of my compatriots had, who I believe is also a Jedi, so it's Jedi stuff, so all I know. I'll let you have at that. And from there, we didn't do too much. tried to investigate, tried to make sure the ship was safe, and tried to figure out what was causing the alarms. And then the bounty hunters released, I believe it was stealth robots, but I'm not sure. Anyway, they tried to infect the ship and basically take it over so they could move freely about it. And that's when we met them the first time, and then they drugged us with one particular drug that did not feel good. Most of my crew is still got affected by it, and one of them is still infected by it. Which, yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I want her to recover fully if it need be.
Ah, very, very interesting. So the Trepidation was on a mission in the Ord Rodama system. How did it come to be above Teresian space?
I'm not entirely certain.
Well, I guess none of us really are.
Oh, I think that's the truth. But no, I don't know how it came to be came to be over Teresian space. It's just one of the many weird things that continues to happen.
Okay, so out of character, how many of your characters know that Pakaz had something to do with it? Does everyone know that?
Aelon could probably figure out it was Pakaz.
I think
Okay.
most people just assume there's no evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lexa, I would say, has no.
I don't know that.
Yeah, it's not necessarily Aelon has evidence and can show, oh, here, it was him who did it. He has no clue.
He usually does weird stuff, so
Yeah.
you just assume it's him.
Yeah, that's what
And
Aelon's
it did
going
help
with.
us, so.
Yeah, it's a situation of Aelon knows weird stuff happens around Pakaz. He's one of them force user people, so weird stuff's gonna happen anyway, so he just chalks it up to the weird stuff that is Pakaz.
Okay. You can make a deception roll, but make it with advantage because you don't actually know anything definitive. But you're still trying to, like, you just have to give the impression that you have no idea what's going on, which you sort of do have an idea.
It's a really good thing you have advantage.
Yeah, yeah.
That was the word.
Okay, yeah, so you just both sort of like wave it off, like, wow, that's a mystery. So then he'll interview all the rest of you too. So does Dell know that Dell can assume, right, that it was because he
Yeah.
felt it in the force? So you can make deception with advantage because you don't know exactly how it happened. But because you have to also make deception, but you don't get advantage.
Oh, good gravy.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
That is a
Roll.
funny coincidence. Let's see if that same thing happens to Pakaz.
No, nat 20, because you can do it.
Particularly since he's the one who has to lie because he knows what's going on.
So,
Even if he doesn't lie, he'll go on a murder spree.
how I'm going to swing it is that I felt something in the force, but that's all I know. So I'm telling him something, but not everything. So
That's
it's more.
Okay.
still deception.
Oh yeah, I know it's still deception, but I'm trying to make it believable and stuff, and I'm trying to argue for like a +1 or something. So at
Yeah.
least
So
I'm
give
telling
him
him
part of the
something.
truth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You can get a +2.
Oh, that's even better.
Don't worry, there's always
Let
mind
me
trick
just
if you
find the
fail.
roll because I never use deception. Oh, here we go. I accidentally put a +20.
Super deceptive.
So what is it? 18 less than
So,
44.
let me
So 26.
26. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So he buys it. You just see him like putting in his data pad. Something to do
Jedi
with the
stuff.
Force. Strange disturbance in the Force noted at a time of strange event. Well, thank you for your time. We'll be sure to let you know when your friend is better. I guess I better go down there to the medbay to get the statement from your other compatriot. And we'll be in contact. But now I guess you all should get some rest. You did a good thing in saving the ship.
Thank you.
You saved it. It's in 2 pieces.
We'll take anything we can get right now.
We saved the crew mostly.
Mine
And at
is-
least they have two halves of a whole ship. They can.
Yeah, it's the old
they-
Anakin logic.
yeah, still have
Actually,
half
the
a
one
ship.
logic. We're still flying.
I'm glad
half
he
a
didn't
ship.
try to debrief me. I was going to take the 5th.
Oh no, he debriefed everyone. But you just didn't have to roll deception. Because you didn't really know about Pakaz, or did you? Do you want to roll deception too?
No, I don't know anything about that stuff.
So yeah, so basically he took a statement from everyone. We just, unless you all want to have to RP it out loud,
No.
what exactly you say.
Nope.
I suspect him, but I don't know that he can magic ships across the universe.
Okay. Yeah, so he takes a statement from all of you. Is there anything in particular any of you wanted to note in your statement? Nope. Okay. Yeah, so down in the medical bay, you are sort of like shoved off to the side, Lexa, because it's like very busy because they're like bringing in people from the escape pods as they recover them to like check over to make sure they're fine. And Kalani is put over like on a bed. No one's actively like attending to her because they're like short-staffed, but her vitals are being measured and she seems stable. Is there anything in particular you want to do before the guy shows up to take your statement?
Hide.
Well, I guess I'll just. I'm staying next to Kalani. I'd probably pull up a chair and sit next to her. I have the little droid to kind of stand off to the side so he's not very noticeable either, but still pretty close to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I just monitor Kalani.
Okay, so eventually Mr. Uli comes down to take your statement. So, do you want to give a general overview of what you say?
I don't mind role-playing it.
Okay. So, would you describe for me the events since you came aboard the Trepidation in your own words?
Sure. I'm not very good at this, but I'll give you my best. Let's see. We were picked up from the asteroid. We were told to mostly keep to ourselves. Some things happened on the ship. I'm not exactly certain, but eventually one of my friends said he saw some kind of vision in the Force of some sort of attack on the ship. We did our best to try and avoid that situation. It turned out that those bounty hunters were the attack. They claimed to be after us. I've no idea why. Still talking to them, don't have any clue. Then after that, we did discover that there was some kind of virus on the ship. We think that the bounty hunters placed it inside. I was working on that with Dirk, one of our friends. That's when I got the news over the comms, and somehow we were over Taris. Don't ask me how. It's still quite baffling to me. After that, we went to the bridge, and there was some sort of creature. It was like a dark, winged thing. It attacked the bridge and almost killed the admiral. We managed to destroy it. but I think some of my Force-sensitive friends suspected we're not quite done dealing with it. Again, don't ask me. I'm only repeating what I've heard. After that, we left the bridge. My companion, John, he managed to stabilize the Admiral, and then we left the bridge, and we encountered the bounty hunters. We managed to knock them out and escape with them and our friends, and we left the ship just as your Republic troops were boarded to recover your Admiral.
Well, thank you for your statement. I guess we will be in touch. I hope your friend recovers, and then she can give her statement.
Yes, about no one's really come over to see her. Could you get one? I know that things are going on, but I worry. Could you get one of the doctors to at least look at her?
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
So, like, on his way out, he, like, briefly says something to one of the assistants who's walking by, and, like, gestures in Kalani's direction. And then, like, after 10 minutes, that aide, like, comes by and, like, nods at you, and then looks at Kalani's, like, vitals, and then walks away.
Hey, wait.
Yes?
No one's told me anything. Do you know what's wrong with her?
Well, her terminal here says that she was hit with some sort of nerve agent. That she's
Yes.
having a negative reaction to it.
That's it? That's all you can tell me?
Well, I guess when they brought her in, they suspected that it was because of her racial physiology. But I think they're still working to try to determine exactly what nerve agent it was. I guess if we got a sample of it, then we might be able to try to figure out what's wrong. But right now she seems in stable condition, so if we just keep waiting, she'll probably wake up.
There are some canisters of it aboard the ship we escaped on.
Oh, interesting. I guess we should probably tell someone about that.
Do you know when she'll wake up?
I'm afraid we don't really know why she's not waking up. She seems pretty healthy.
I need to rejoin my friends. I need assurances, though, that she's going to be looked after and not ignored. I understand you're busy, but... Well, I don't really know how else to put it.
Well, don't worry. She is being monitored. This machine is going to tell us if anything goes wrong with her vitals. We don't need a constant living human to monitor her. But don't worry, she's in good hands.
Very well. Do you want my comm frequency so you can tell me when something happens?
Sure.
All right. I give it to him,
Okay.
and then I leave with Iota to find the others.
Okay. Yeah, as soon as he takes your comm frequency, he just, like, rushes off to do something else.
Right? And I go find the rest.
Okay. Do you call them on the comm links, or how do you want to try to find them?
Well, I assume we have apartments to ourselves, right?
Yeah.
I thought there'd be soldiers probably watching me or something. Are there not? Am I free to go?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anyone. After the guy walked away, you're just, like, sort of by yourself.
Oh, sweet. I mean, I guess I'll calm them to see where they're at, and then on my way there, I'll see if there's a shop or something nearby.
Okay. So does anyone want to tell Alexa how to get to where you guys are staying?
Yeah, I suppose so, if I know how to get here.
Well, you can basically tell her like what sublevel and where exactly you are on the station, because the station has maps like along the different intersections. So once she knows where you are, she could use the map to find you. But right now, she just doesn't know where you are.
Yeah, I say all that. Yeah, I guide her to where we're at.
Okay. And unfortunately, we're gonna have to call it a night here.
It was short but sweet.
Yeah, it was short but sweet. Thank you guys for joining us in on YouTube, and hope you all have a good night, and God bless.